How do you do, G-Pod crew? It's your naughty buddy Putty here, and welcome to my October 2024 to November 2024 mass review. I don't know, didn't know what to really call this. Today we're going to be reviewing Joker 2, Folie, Deux, Venom: The Last Dance, piece by piece, Saturday night, and then the TV show Agatha All Along. I will say Saturday night I've already reviewed over on the RLG Cast channel. If you want to see that full review of us discussing my fandom for SNL as well as the movie. But I want to do a separate one on here by myself. We also do the review for Venom: The Last Dance and Agatha All Along, but those will post around the same time this video posts, so you'll kind of get both at one time. And then last is. And then Joker, they did by themselves, so that was one I'll do by myself. And then piece by piece is just one I'm doing on my own. So the movies will be Joker 2, Venom: Last Dance, piece by piece, and Saturday Night, and then of course TV shows Agatha All Along. There will be links in the description below to go to each timestamp so you can skip them. And I want to go ahead and put it out there. These are all spoilers. And the reason I'm doing it as a mass is because with the storm hitting us and October 1st, I missed a lot. My life is kind of chaotic, but I'm trying to get back on track. And I figured this is the best way for my brain not to be overwhelmed by everything I have to do and just go ahead and say, you know what? Let's just do a clean slate, knock these reviews out, give you guys what you want, and then later on, I will go into way more details when it comes to that. So with that being said, I will have a picture over here of all the movies I'm reviewing each time they pop up. With that being said, let's start with Joker 2. I'm just going to call it Joker 2. Now with Joker 2, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's just straight up mess. The problem with Joker 2 that I don't like is that I love the first Joker movie, and I felt Joker 2 missed the mark. And I'll explain why. Joker 1 was someone that was like, it's from rags to riches kind of story. Someone that was down on his luck, that didn't really go to riches, but basically stood up for himself finally and took a stand and became a Joker that we wanted. But then this movie takes a step backwards. He goes into more of a madness that's not a fun madness, more of a pity madness, way more pity than he did in the first movie. And he falls in love with Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn, which I actually kind of liked her, but then it just switched on a dime. It went nuts in that situation. And then it ends in sadness. Honestly, it's probably the second worst movie out of all this list and everything. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to like comic book movies outside of Deadpool and Wolverine, we are on a miss train like crazy. I feel like time was put into Deadpool and Wolverine while Joker 2 just missed the mark. You know what I mean? Like I love how MCU is doing so bad, but now the movies outside of MCU on different companies or even within kind of the same realm are doing even worse. And Deadpool and Wolverine, I know I love Deadpool and it feels like I'm praising it, but compared to what these, it just this is bad. This is a bad movie. Joker 2, if you like Joker 1, great. If you like Joker 2, I'm actually shocked. But if you like Joker 1, you're probably not going to like Joker 2. And if you didn't like Joker 1, you're definitely not going to like Joker 2. I don't like the way it ended. And again, this is spoilers. Again, spoiler if you haven't watched the movie. This whole video is going to be spoilers, so just be ahead that if there's a movie you don't want to get spoiled with, you just skip ahead to the next movie, okay? But for him to get killed so easily, and then they try to implement that the guy that killed him becomes the next Joker, it's such a fabricated mess. I get what they're trying to say. They're trying to say that he inspired each Joker that comes along later on down the road. But we even had the whole scene with Bruce Wayne at the end of the first Joker that gave us hope. But then that just felt like it was just that didn't exist no more. Like it's a weird story when this is coming with like you would think the whole Joker thing would be a lineage that Batman would mention, but again, there's so much plot holes, so much brokenness when it comes to this Joker movie that I'm kind of glad that I might not reviewed with the guys. I didn't check the review, but I'm sure they probably thought the same. And if they didn't, I'll be shocked. With that being said, if I was to give it numbers, I would say this is a 6 out of 10 for Joker 2. If I was to give it stars, I'd say 3 stars. And if I was to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, I'd say sideways thumb. Pick which one you want to choose. That's how I choose it. On to the next movie. Next is Venom: The Last Dance, and I actually got to see this for friends, and oddly a weird situation when you see someone that has a fandom like I do with Deadpool that can't see the plot holes, and I do see the plot holes when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine. I truly do, but I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine brought a lot to the more to the table than something like Venom: The Last Dance or Venom 3, however you want to look at it. Venom: The Last Dance is the third part of what they're calling the trilogy of Venom movies. And I loved the first Venom movie. I'm okay with the second Venom movie, and people think that honestly, here's the thing. I don't know whether this one's worse or better than Let There Be Carnage. And I know that's a really hot topic because a lot of people didn't like Let There Be Carnage, but honestly, this Last Dance is a mess. There are so many plot holes. I don't feel love for these characters. Characters like Agony were changed so much for that, and there's so many symbiote characters. Like they changed the color of one of them. They gave one electricity that was in the comic books. I could go on and on about how much of a mess this is, and it's funny since I just reviewed Joker 2, in this video. I'm now talking about Venom 3, and it's funny how the comic book movies are what I least want to recommend to people. Both Joker 2 and Venom 3 I feel you should watch on digital. Wait till it comes to streaming service. It's not worth your money in theaters. Honestly, I was excited for this movie, especially with the Xeno I forgot the not the Xenomorphs, but the Xenophages. Seeing the Xenophages. I mean, the only thing that's good in this is Null, and we barely see Null. So it's like it's a train wreck of a mess when it comes to this. Like, what is going on? Like, did they get hit with the storm too? That Hurricane Helena? I know that's probably not the nicest thing to say, but you guys did not do good. And maybe it was good that, oh, no, I can't say that. That's horrible what I'm about to say. But I was just gonna say I'm kind of glad I didn't see Joker 2 in theaters, and I kind of wish I didn't see Venom 3. Nothing against people that love Venom 3. I get why you love it, but like I only enjoyed it because of the friends I was with. The movie was more fun with them and seeing their reactions than was for me because I watched it and I'm like, I got excited for parts, but then realized, oh, this is a miss. They screwed up on this badly. And Agony was one of those things they screwed up badly with. And Agony is one of my favorite symbiotes outside of Venom. And then She Venom, the Fortnite thing, they said Fortnite spoiled She Venom, and She Venom was way more in the first movie than it was this movie. We barely get a She Venom in this, and it's a quick scene, and it's not even a spoiler. Like, what the heck? I don't know. Again, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna call this the mass review of the comic book section. And I'm gonna say that this part, if you guys skip it, bravo for being wise, because the next two things in review are much better than Joker 2. So my review for Venom is, sorry to say this, 5 out of 10, 3 stars out of 5, and no, I'll just say sideways for that. I feel like my reviews are kind of teetering on this is bad, but let's start moving to the good. With that being said, let's move on to piece by piece, piece by piece. Now we're going to review Pharrell Williams piece by piece. Now, this is a movie about Pharrell Williams and his start when it comes to the music business, but he wanted to do it in Lego form. And boy, I feel like it was the smartest thing. All the artists you hear their voices on, Snoop Dogg, Gwen Stefani, everyone, I can't think of anyone right now, but that's just the first two that come to my head that were in this movie. But every single talent that you hear in this movie, that's an actor or a singer, lent their voice to their own character. And they were told that it was an animated movie, but never told it was a Lego movie. And piece by piece, I think it is an amazing movie. I think it's an amazing way to tell a story because you can then be outside the realm of what typically would be a documentary because it doesn't hold you back from using your imagination. And I felt Pharrell Williams really embodied what that was when it comes to that imaginative side of him, saying, "Hey, listen, I have a lot to tell, but I want you to see how it worked in my brain, how the music sounded in my head, how I visually saw things." And that's what piece by piece does. It takes his story and takes it to another level that I even always thought that I wanted to do whenever it came to tell my story. Like I've told people if I ever did my story, I had a certain way I wanted to do it, as far as like a documentary of my life and how I dealt with any of the dramatic and traumatizing things that happened in my past. Now, for Pharrell, it's the opposite. All his stuff was good, mostly happy stuff. And that really helps with the idea with piece by piece because Lego is genuinely a fun thing. So to have somebody fun like Pharrell Williams tell us fun life with fun Legos really worked in my eyes. So I recommend piece by piece. Honestly, skip Venom, skip Joker, go see Piece by Piece. It deserves your love. Now, my points for Piece by Piece, or my review for Piece by Piece, or my rating, is I actually give this an 8 out of 10. a 4 stars out of 5. And honestly, for me, it's a thumbs up. I like Piece by Piece. You should go see it. I recommend it. I know you'll enjoy it. And next is Saturday Night. Now, Saturday Night is a movie based on the first showing or first live showing of Saturday Night Live. And I reviewed this over on RLG Cast. So if you want me to hear me go in depth about it, I definitely will over there. But I'm a huge fan of Saturday Night Live, and I was so happy to see a good film being made about the first few hours of the first live show, and I feel they did a fantastic job with this movie. This movie, as far as if I did a rating, is a 9 out of 10. It is a 5-star review for me. It is a thumbs up. Make it quick, because live from my bedroom, it's recorded video. I had to be funny. And then next is Agatha All Along. Now, Agatha All Along, I will review them over there. I'm going to go over some beats here that I don't know, but I'm kind of mixed feelings with Agatha All Along. I feel like it's the same thing I did with WandaVision. I do enjoy this show. I like it a lot. Oh, not a lot. I like it a bit. I like the hidden surprises, the little hints at what might be coming when it comes to the mutants and all that stuff. My biggest thing, and this is gonna be something I'm gonna praise a lot. Aubrey Plaza as Death is amazing. Okay. So for those that don't know, and again, spoilers anyway, Agatha All Along follows Agatha Harkness after WandaVision, where she gets out of the spell because of a teenage boy, which we find out later is Billy, aka Wanda's son. And it's a little bit weird how he is her son, but basically, he ends up being the one controlling the Witch's Road, which we find out in the second to last episode. And we also find out that Aubrey Plaza's The Green Witch is actually Death. Now, I'm going to go into this more here than I am in their video when we do the review, which I don't know which one's posting first. We'll just have to see. But with Agatha All Along, my favorite thing about this is actually Aubrey Plaza. Her as Death is such a sincere and great thing. Here's the thing. The great thing about Aubrey Plaza is she's a very beautiful, talented woman. She's very gorgeous, she's very attractive, but she can be very scary too. And it's very hard for a actor in general, this doesn't matter with woman or guy, for them to come off as being very nice and sweet and endearing and attractive, then also be very scary, mean, vindictive, and controlling or dark. And she pulls it off perfectly. Okay, here's my thing that I love about her. I feel like that if she was to play this character Death throughout, like, let's say that we actually did have this Death set up the Infinity War saga with Thanos. Okay, then Aubrey Plaza would have been perfect for it because you can see the vindictive, ooh, let's see what you can do, Thanos kind of situation when it came to him and pushing him to be the mean guy that he is. Then the opposite thing when it comes to Deadpool, Aubrey Plaza can play this sweet, innocent, beautiful woman, seductive woman that Deadpool's character would fall in love with and do anything for. And the reason I say this is because I never could think about who could properly play Death until Agatha All Along. So my praise for Agatha All Along is that they picked the perfect Death and set up Death perfectly. Now I just wish I could have got her with both Thanos and Deadpool in the MCU. But Deadpool still has a chance. The Thanos thing, though, fortunately, I don't think we're ever going to get that. But with Deadpool, hey, Deadpool, found your death, and I think you're going to love her. Agatha All Along, that one, I'll give it six, 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. I will say 3.5 stars and slightly thumb up. I don't know. It's hard. This one's hard only because I like Aubrey Plaza's death and I like some of the characters in the show, but I don't know. And with that being said, there are my reviews for Joker 2, I say it right. Venom: The Last Dance, Piece by Piece, Saturday Night, and Agatha All Along. I'm sorry that I kind of got rushed out of here. I sorry I didn't do any breakdowns. I didn't get a chance to do breakdowns for Deadpool and Wolverine because I just had too many. And I'd love to show you I still have everything I wrote out for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's just a big list. But again, when New Rockstars and all these other companies have way more staffing to get theirs done, and I have to work, and they have to do it for a living, I don't get to jump on stuff like that. And that's okay because soon we'll be doing a review of all the Deadpool and Wolverine Blu-ray disc and DVDs. Once I get all those done, and that'll complete my Deadpool and Wolverine series that I've been doing. I've done the Funko Pops, I've done the popcorn buckets. Next, we'll do the Blu-rays and DVDs. Other than that, we do also have the review of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 coming up, and we also have the new or the Christmas season, which we do 25 days of Christmas. So I hope you guys are excited for that. And of course, I still have my journey, which I'm going to be doing a special journey video when I get my new phone. Yep, I'm getting a new phone for live streaming. I think you guys are going to like it. But with that being said, as always, I'm Putty with the G-Pop crew. I thank you for watching this mass review. And I think this review was good, but stick with the non-comic book stuff. The comic books need to take a break and let Deadpool and Wolverine kind of shine this year. I think we're going to take a rest on that. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Peace.